So welcome to Team Empowered Elite's call for August 19th. I have a few really exciting things I want to go over with you tonight, and then I kind of want to go back to basics. I feel like it's kind of a good thing sometimes to just regroup all of us together and focus on what the most important things are to be doing for our business. So first, I want to tell you I was on an elite contender call this morning for the Southeast region, and they gave us a lot of really good things that I'm going to be working on to put together for the team. And we also got notification that corporate is coming out with a new Coach Basics training next month, and apparently it's supposed to be awesome. So I had been considering redoing our Coach Basics, but since they're coming out with a brand new one, I'm going to wait and see what that's all about first. So next month, instead of having an Empowered Elite Coach Basic, we're going to be using the corporate Coach Basic and see how different it is. I just wanted to give you a heads up for that in case you have new coaches that need to get into Coach Basics. When we find out how it's going to run and how it's going to work, then I can let you guys know that so that you can give your new coaches a heads up about that. But I'm pumped for it because apparently it's supposed to give everybody step-by-step how-tos and really get coaches running from the get-go. So I think it's going to be awesome.
Sorry, did you say September or October?
It's coming out next month. So okay. September, yes.
Thanks.
The second thing is that I've decided to put together a Success Club rally group. So every month, at the end of the month, if whoever hasn't hit Success Club yet, I'm going to make a separate team page or a separate group page that is basically going to be a Rallying for Success Club group. And I'm going to share tips in it, tricks, things about forming, inviting, whatever it is that I think is going to be helpful. And it's hopefully going to be a great place for you guys to bounce questions off each other about things you're struggling with and really push to hitting Success Club, even if you are struggling at the end of the month. So I'm hoping that that's going to be really, really helpful. Kathy Reuter is someone from Team Drop the Cookie, and her team is just rocking it. And that is one of the things she does with her coaches when they're struggling. So I'm hoping that it will be as helpful for us as it has been for her. Because I know that can be stressful when it gets to the end of the month and you're still really struggling for Success Club. And for some reason, this month just seems to be really slow for everybody. So I will be opening that on Thursday, which is the 20th. So if I'm going to post Thursday morning and see who needs to be put in that group, and then I will add you to it. And as people
tomorrow, Dana? Like tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
And as people hit Success Club, I'm going to be doing some kind of little incentives. I'm not really sure what yet. I will have to figure that out tonight. But as people hit Success Club in the group, they will be removed, and then I will make a new group every single month. And if you have coaches that haven't hit Success Club, just reach out to me and I can have them added to that group. Sound good? Okay. The other thing that I'm going to be spending some time working on is a getting started right process. Because up until this point, I know for me, when I started coaching, I didn't really get put through a specific set getting started right to coaching process. I just kind of, did the 7-day quick start in my online office and got into Coach Basics. And I think it'll help all of us a lot if we have a really good, solid getting started right process, not only for new coaches, but for when you bring on new coaches. That will really simplify exactly the things that need to be done in the first week as a coach, in the first month as a coach, setting goals, posting on Facebook, things like that. A little bit more detailed than it is just by putting a coach into Coach Basics. So it'll be, I think, a lot easier for you guys to duplicate with your new coaches so that you can get coaches running from the get-go, and really we can all help them to the best of our ability. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to put together. I am giving myself 2 weeks tops to get it finished. So I obviously will let you know as soon as that is done and how it's going to work. And I'm also considering, you guys can give me your feedback on this if you think it would be helpful. I'm considering doing a monthly getting started right call for new coaches, or bi-weekly, depending how many new coaches are in the team at the time. But just a quick 30-minute Zoom chat to where we can kind of reiterate what we're going to be doing in the getting started right process. Do you guys think that would be helpful for you with your new coaches? Yeah. Stephanie, you look confused. Don't worry, you will need it at some point, I promise. Okay. So let me make sure. I think that was all I had to cover. Coach basics, Success Club Rally Group, getting started right process. Okay. The next thing I want to go over is the thing that I said is what I feel like are the most important 6 things you need to be doing in your business, and you need to be making sure that the coaches you bring on are doing as well. And before I get into that, I really just want to say to you guys, because this was something that I learned really early on, is that when you are developing into a leader, and when you are growing a business, and when you are starting to bring new coaches into your business, you can never expect your coaches to do something that you are not doing yourself. And that is always a checkpoint for me. So if I'm not doing my personal development, if I'm not getting on team calls, if I'm not, showing up to events, all these things, how am I going to ask my coaches to do that, right? So I want you guys to start giving yourself a checkpoint as a leader. And I think it will help you to be more consistent, because it is so important, that your coaches are going to learn what you're telling them, but they're going to learn from seeing what you do as well. And if you're not doing certain things, that's what your coaches sometimes are going to learn as well. So you want to make sure that you're really showing up and putting skin in the game and being consistent with your own business, so that you're setting a good example for your new coaches coming into the business. So the 6 things that I've written down that are simple and most important for you to be successful are obviously the 3 vital behaviors, number 1. And I know this goes back to right in the beginning of when you started coaching, the 3 vital behaviors, but I feel like as we go along, it's easy to skip some of those things. Are you really inviting every day? Are you really being a product of the product, doing your workout, drinking your Shakeology, sharing your journey on Facebook? Are you running a challenge group every single month? Are you doing your personal development every day? All those things that are the components of the vital behaviors are so simple to do. And they're so simple to get in a consistent habit of doing, but they're so easy to stray away from if you're not aware of it, right? And none of us are perfect, and there is days we're going to miss things, and I know I am not perfect, and I do my best to be consistent every day, but it happens. But the more that we can remind ourselves that this is the foundation for us, the better off we are going to be over time, right? So 3 vital behaviors. And the second thing I had written down was personal development. And I know that I talk about this a lot. I actually had a conversation with Laura about this not too long ago, because I feel like until you're really consistent with personal development, you probably think that I'm crazy talking about it all the time. Until you really understand how it starts to change your mind and help you develop into a leader, because it builds your confidence. It helps you look at things differently. I know that I would prefer if you would pick one book or one audio and listen to it and take notes and fully get what you can out of it, instead of just trying to read book after book after book and not really taking in or implementing any of the information you're learning, because that was what I did sometimes in the beginning. I would read a book, and then by the end of it, 2 weeks later, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I don't even remember what I read. So don't do that. When you're reading your personal development or you're listening to it, really take in what it's trying to teach you, and think about how you can apply the things that you're learning to your life, and you're going to start to see yourself change. And you're going to start to feel really confident in what you're doing in all aspects of your business, because you are growing as a person. So that was number 2. Number 3, connecting with your upline. Make sure that you guys, I know I do my best to reach out to all my personally sponsored coaches on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. But by all means, if you are needing more support from your upline, or even to go above your upline to their upline, seek that help. This is, like I've said a million times, a relationship business, and we're there to help each other. So we need to use the knowledge that we have with the people above us willing to help us grow our own businesses. I know for me, I didn't seek a lot of help in the beginning. Number 1, my upline was working full time, so I couldn't just ask her questions all day, and it made me a lot more self-sufficient, because I had to go find answers for myself, or I had to reach out to other people and ask answers, or I had to go on YouTube and learn it myself. But what I'm telling you is that you guys are all lucky because you have upline support, and your uplines are all willing to help you, right? Whether it's me or you're under one of the coaches under me, learn from the people above you, guys. It's not something where you have to reinvent the wheel and learn this all on your own. Everything is being given to you to help you learn and grow your own business. So take advantage of that. The next thing is, and I posted a video about this last week, but I'm not I posted it kind of late, I think, so I'm not sure if everybody saw it, but Success Club. Success Club is non-negotiable. It doesn't matter if you only want to be part-time, or if you want to be full-time, or if you want to grow really slowly, or if you want to end up being full-time. Whatever your goals are for this business, you are in this business for a reason. You are here to help people. You are here to grow some income. You are here to grow business. And it's, what I said in the call was, I kind of look at it like you're driving your car and your gas tank goes on empty at the first day of every new month. So just like when you stop to get gas and you refuel your tank, it's the same with your business. Every single month, you need to be bringing in new people into your business and hitting Success Club, whatever you have to do to get there. And if what you're doing right now is not working, it's time to try something new. It's time to ask for help. It's time to reach out to the coaches in the team and see what's working for them. Look to the other leaders that are in this team that are hitting Success Club consistently every month and ask them what they're doing. It's really, really not that hard to help 3 people if you're being consistent with your vital behaviors every single day. It just starts to happen naturally. And the more people that you talk to, the more comfortable you're going to get with it, the better you're going to get at it, the more confident you're going to be reaching out to new people, right? So if you're struggling with Success Club, reach out to the leaders in the team, and also reach out to me about getting into that Success Club rally group, because I think that's going to be super helpful for you guys. The other 2 things I had written down that are, in my eyes, are non-negotiables. Monday morning wake-up calls. I have learned so much from getting on Monday morning wake-up calls, and I didn't even know that they existed for the first 2 months that I was a coach. That's why I post them in the team page every week. It's always a different, elite coach. It's always somebody that's giving you success tips I don't know if you've ever heard that quote that says success leaves clues, but that is essentially to me what Monday morning wake up calls are. We are getting the best possible knowledge from the best leaders in this company, literally handed to us on a silver platter every Monday morning with some inspiration and a kick in the ass. And for me, I know that when I'm going into a new week and I'm kind of like, oh, I got to get back in my groove again, that is what lights my fire to dive right back into a new week with some new knowledge to implement. And if you are working at that time and you can't listen to it, just listen to the replay. It's only like 40 minutes long. But they're so, so helpful. And I really just hope that you guys will start making that a consistent habit if it's not already. And last but not least, congratulations on this one to all you guys, getting on team calls. I cannot explain to you how helpless I would have been if I didn't get on team calls. Helpless, like literally. I have learned something new every single week, and I've been coaching for 18 months by getting on team calls. I've only missed 2 the entire time I've ever been a coach, and I think it was because I was in the ER one night with Declan, and I don't know the other night, but it's so important to get on and feel connected, and you're learning from other leaders in the team or people that we have as guest speakers, or from, you know, if you can get on drop the cookie calls. I don't make that mandatory because I know that's 2 different nights out of your week, you know, aside from getting on this call. But if you can get on drop the cookie, it's an absolutely amazing opportunity for you to learn, because Elizabeth is an incredible leader. She knows what she's talking about. The coaches on her team know what they're talking about. And it's just an opportunity for you to hear a different perspective from different people of what they've learned and what they've had success with. So team calls, guys, I'm serious. Mark it on your schedule every single week, Wednesday nights at least. If you can do Thursdays, that's great. But please, please look at this like a business meeting and a way for you guys to connect with your team. I know it's so easy to make excuses. A lot of us, you know, it's our kids' bedtimes and we're cooking family dinners and we're getting ready for the next day and whatever it is, but it's only a half an hour of your time, and it's going to help you grow so much over time. So that is the 6 simple, consistent things that I know are going to be a game changer if you do every single one of those 6. And if you do, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's incredible. And it just shows your commitment. And if not, you know what you need to work on. So that's a good thing too.
Can I go through them and ask you a question? Because I missed one somehow.
Yeah.
So I have 3 vital behaviors: personal development, use your upline, Monday morning wake up call, and then getting on team calls.
Oh, and the last one, because I skipped it, I put it at the bottom. Goal setting. Goal setting. I hated goal setting. I was never a goal setter. I've never been a goal-driven person. I think I was afraid to set goals because I didn't want to fail, to be honest. But honestly, you guys, if you have a goal and you're just kind of thinking like, oh, I hope I hit diamond this month, or oh, I hope I can find a new coach this month, or I hope I hit Success Club 5, you're not going to do it if you don't have that goal set, that plan for yourself, a date put next to it. You know, if you want to hit Success Club by the end of the month, strive to hit it in the next week. Give yourself 7 days and challenge yourself to make it happen. And the great thing about when you set goals is that if you don't hit them, you end up a hell of a lot closer than if you hadn't set them. And if you do hit them, it helps you build your confidence to set more goals and bigger goals and keep progressing forward. And not only setting the goals and holding yourself accountable to them, but sharing them with your upline. And if you want to, share them in the team page. Share what your big scary goal is right now, or the little goals you're working towards. Or even if it's just, you know, something small like in your daily schedule that is a goal for you to get personal development in every day. I know that there's been times throughout my business where I feel like when I get really busy, personal development is my first thing for me to say, like, oh, I'll just skip my 20 minutes and I'll do double tomorrow. And it never happens, right? Anybody else do that? So if I catch myself by that, second day and I say, what is 10 or 15 minutes of my time? Put your book next to your bed. When you lay down at night, pick up your book and read 10 pages. If that's something you struggle with, that can be a goal for you. They don't have to be rank goals or income goals or anything crazy, but set little achievable goals for yourself throughout your day, and with your consistent behaviors. And you're going to start to see a big change in your confidence as well, because you see what you're really capable of. At least that's what I have found. So I also told you that we're going to have guest speakers on the call next month. I know that you guys are probably sick of listening to me all the time. And I think I'm sick of listening to myself sometimes. So I have reached out and asked some leaders to be guest speakers on our team calls, because I think it's really important for you guys to learn from other people that have had amazing success within this business, and people that come from every different background. So one of the guest speakers I have coming on next month is Danielle Whitford. She is a coach from Team Drop the Cookie. If you don't know her, she started out as a coach and she ended up quitting. And then she came back a few months later. I want to say she was pregnant with her second daughter. And while working full-time, she built a very solid business, and she just quit her full-time job a few months ago. So I believe within a year, under a year, she was able to quit her full-time job. Don't quote me on that. But I figured for some of you that are working full-time jobs right now and juggling to figure out how you can build your business too, she would be a great person to hear from. So she's one. I have my friend Patrick, who is an elite coach, a two-time elite coach, actually, who's going to speak on the call. And his story is kind of funny, because he was kind of involved with Beachbody and doing the workouts and things for years before he ever looked into the coaching opportunity, because he was a CPA. And he said, I had a real job, and I didn't, look at coaching like it was a real opportunity. And when he finally decided to commit and run with it, he's had incredible success with this business. So I thought he would be awesome to hear from too. And I have another elite coach named Erin Conlin. You're probably not familiar with her name, but she is in the same downline as us. She has had amazing success with this business and built a really solid business in a short period of time. She is also a very busy mom. So I've asked her to speak as well. And Kathy Reuter. Kathy Reuter is from Team Drop the Cookie. She has gone from being a brand new coach 13 months ago to a 7-star diamond in 13 months. She is making a 6-figure income. She has had incredible success with this business, and she is an amazing leader. And she has a no bullshit, no excuses attitude. So get ready when you listen to her talk, because she will light a fire under your ass. And I'm really excited for her to get on this team call, because I know she motivates me like no other when I talk to her. So those are the 4 guest speakers I have lined up. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am about them.
Who was the guy you mentioned? What was the name?
Patrick
Oh,
Reelman.
Patrick. Oh.
Yeah. So if you guys have any coaches that you look up to and you'd like to see on a team call, I'm happy to try to make that happen. I can't promise you anything, because I know some coaches are super busy, but I will do my best if there's somebody you'd specifically like to hear from, to have them as a guest speaker on the call. So the last 2 things are just kind of random that I wanted to throw out there, but I think are really important, is time management. I know time management was a huge struggle for me, and a lot of the time it still is a huge struggle for me. I'm not going to lie. I, by nature, am a huge procrastinator. And I'm a single mom. So for me, time management is something that I probably will always struggle with and always be working on to find a balance with. But time management, really, guys, when you're saying that you don't have time to do something, it's really that you're not managing your time well. And I can tell you this because I know. Because when I tell myself, well, I don't have time to do that, what I'm really saying is I don't care enough to make the time to do it, right? And I have to call myself out on my excuses. Say, yes, you have time for it. Does it mean you have to stay up a half an hour later or wake up a half an hour earlier or find a half an hour in the middle of your day to do something? Yes. But if there is a will, there is a way. And go back to that old school quote. But seriously, if you want something bad enough and you need to fit it into your day bad enough, you will find a way to make it happen. And you might just be like me, needing quite a bit of coffee. But I promise it'll all work out in the end, and all the little sacrifices are worth it. So, and the other thing is to control the controllable. This is also something I struggle with, and I've gotten a lot better about. What do I mean by controlling the controllable, right? So there's going to be things in your business that you can't control. You can't control if somebody decides to quit. You can't control if somebody doesn't want to sign up. You can't control if somebody is a hater or a doubter or says no, or ignores you. Whatever it is, there's always going to be things in our business that don't work out like we want them to. I know for me, I've had a lot of times where I felt like I hit a brick wall and I kind of had to step back and learn from my mistakes or think about what was really happening and then remind myself I can only control the controllable. And what can I control? I can control my consistency. I can control doing my vital behaviors every day. I can control what I'm filling my brain with by reading my personal development, getting on team calls, all those things that I talked about. Those are things I know that I can control every single day and that keep me level-headed and going in the right direction. And with that said, emotions, I feel like, are something that you kind of have to learn to control. Kathy said to me the other day, it's kind of like learning how to be numb, which I don't feel like that at all because I'm a very emotional person. But you have to have a big heart and you have to have tough skin, period. If you don't have tough skin in this business, every little thing is going to bother you and eat at you and keep you stuck for way longer than it should. When something doesn't go right, you have to acknowledge it and move on and learn from that experience. That is the only way. All of us are going to have things, that we can't control or that we struggle with. And all we can do is keep getting back up and trying over again and doing better, right? So I think that was all. Oh, here's something that I read today that made me really think. And it said, a vision without action is just an illusion. I want you to think about that for a minute.
Will you say it again? I'm sorry, my kids were talking.
A vision without action is just an illusion. So to me, when I read that, it was kind of basically saying to me that, I have this vision of what I want for my life and what I want for this team and all these things that I want to achieve and all these people I want to help, and how, as time goes on, I want to pay it forward and help even more people and, give back to nonprofit causes and whatever it is. Whatever it is that is your dream and your vision and your goal, if you're not taking the actions every single day, if I'm not taking the actions I need to every single day to work towards getting to that vision essentially, it's just a dream. It's just an illusion. It doesn't exist, right? The way that we make those visions come into reality is by being consistent and working towards that vision every single day. And I think sometimes it's hard to see how you can get from, how we can get from where we are to where we want to be. And it's not some, magical one big huge moment that's going to make that happen. It's showing up and doing those simple little things every single day that's gonna get you there over a period of time. And that's the only factor. If you're doing these consistent behaviors and you're showing up every day and you're doing your best, it's only a matter of time. And for you to have success and grow a really solid business is inevitable if you continue to do that over time. Absolutely. So that was all I think I had for you guys tonight. Does anybody have questions? We have 3.5 minutes left.
I was wondering, oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Anybody?
I was wondering, when you have a challenge pack, you don't get any SC points for that?
What do you mean?
So I had a customer, a random customer, a couple of them purchased challenge packs, but we don't, because we're the randomly assigned Beachbody coach, we don't get SC points.
Oh, no, for leads, you mean?
Yeah.
No, we don't get Success Club points for leads. Sometimes you will have a lead that just signed up. Like I have a girl the other day that I reached out to. She had only purchased Shakeology and she wants a fitness program. So, you could at that point when you're telling them about a fitness program, like if she wanted size, I could suggest she gets the challenge pack. Because if they don't buy Shakeology through a coach, they're not getting the coach discount on it.
Right. And that's what I've told my leads that I've talked to. So.
Right. So you kind of just have to ask them what they got and work with it. But no, you don't get points from that. Anybody else?
Yeah, sorry to ask about Coach Basics again, but is it kicking off the beginning of September?
I'm not sure. I actually think that I just got an email about it, and I don't have my email open, so I can't look. But I can go look right now and post it in the team page what the details are to it. I'm not sure when it's going to start. I would assume that they might start it on the 1st because that's a Tuesday. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be 3 weeks or a month long or really I don't know the layout of it yet until I go and look, but I will go look now and I'll let you know.
I was trying to get mine up by September 7th, but if that's going to be the case and it's going to be ready, then I'll see how it goes first.
Yeah. Anybody else? We have less than a minute. We're going to get cut off. No? Okay. Thank you, ladies, for getting on. I will go ahead and look at that right now, and I'll post the information about it in the team page, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Hadley.
Why are you talking like a baby?